We're joined by the National Operations Director of the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, Mr. Mike Oshachie. You're welcome to the News at 10.
Good evening.
Now, after a lot of back and forth, the federal government has finally announced the deregulation of the downstream sector. What do you have to say about this?
Yeah, thank you, and good evening, Nigerians. Since March 20 this year, the government has announced that there's going to be deregulation, that they are handing off the price control. But from March to July, we have experienced price band from PPRA, upper band, lower band. But in July, for the price of August, they issue out data to marketers. And even for the September price also, we have not gotten any data. And for them to now come out today that they are now handing off subsidy and the PMS is regulated, it means government at this time are now serious about the regulation of PMS. Like what we have in kerosene and diesel for some years. Kerosene and diesel have been determined by the market forces for so many years. And we have no issue on kerosene and diesel. And if government now says they are ready for the regulation of PMS, then it's a good moment for the industry and for the Nigerians. Though there will be some pains.
One of the pains, isn't there a fear that will give an opportunity for marketers to fix prices arbitrarily?
Well, when you regulate, you cannot spread, because you have competitors that are also selling beside you. So like diesel, for example, you have different prices of diesel and kerosene. Even in Lagos or Abuja, you can have different pricing, we say, in Gariki and whatever. So if you overprice yourself, you won't sell.
Don't you have fears that the unscrupulous marketers will take advantage of this situation at the beginning stage to fix prices that are unreasonable?
This is not a monopoly market. If it's monopolistic, then you can say they can take advantage. But it is open. And if even not even pricing, even if the measurement of station A is not okay, you move to the next station. So there's nobody that can hold the Nigerians to ransom when it comes to pricing. And nobody can even exploit also.
Okay, if the PPRA provides a guide for marketers to check the arbitrary hike, will that be negating the spirit of what a deregulated market represents? What if they provide a guide and say, okay,
let me ask PPRA.
Thus far, no farther.
Let me ask PPRA a question, and even Nigerians. Do PPRA control price of kerosene and diesel for years? There's no template for kerosene and diesel. And so why would they now say they want to regulate or control in quotes about pricing of PMS? And you know that PPRA, they take admin charge on PMS, or I think around 23 kobo, which runs to about 50-60 million per day. So if you don't want to continue, I think it's not fair, because it adds also to the cost. It adds to the pump price. So we should maintain what we are doing in kerosene and diesel and extend it to petrol for the benefit of Nigerians and government. Yes, there will be more money for government, right? And as I know, government is now providing option for petrol with gas.
Speaking of which, the government has spoken out providing alternatives but for petrol. Do you think this will drive down the price of petrol?
Yes, it will, because Nigeria is number 9 in terms of proven reserves in the whole world of gas. We have about 203 trillion cubic feet of gas. Even China is number 10. The first country in the world is Russia. And I think USA is even number 4. And in Africa, we are number 1, followed by Algeria and Egypt. Then you talk of Libya and Mozambique. So in fact, what we have in gas is times 3 of what we have in crude in terms of proven reserve. And our federal government this year have rolled out programs to ensure that gas is being used in all the nooks and crannies of the country. And they have made the field open by saying stations now will be selling auto gas and even LPG with conditions of safety. So, and they are serious. I mean, from what I know, they are serious. By December, you will see. Even the cost of 12.5 kg LPG gas that is being sold at 4,000 will come to about 1.8.
We certainly hope
yes,
that at the end of the day,
it could 1.8.
That's one of the factors.
I mean, 1.8 or 2,000 by December with the force that I'm seeing.
That's an optimistic point of view.
No, you see.
Thank you so much. Unfortunately, we have to stop there because we're running out of time. But thank you so much for your views on this issue. We hope that at the end of the day that the prices do go down for the benefit of all Nigerians.
It will. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Mr. Mike Oshatuyu, he's the National Operations Director of the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, IPMAN.